Hey everyone, it's MalDCVan, and we're here with another pickups and purchases, and this is going to be a long one for sure. Well, I'm going to try and get through it at a fast pace, but so yeah, we got some end of the year stuff from 2023, and there's a lot of ground to cover for sure. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so we'll start off with a PC game that I found on eBay, and, well, I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm curious to play it in the future. It is Bone, out of Boneville. Do you remember Bone? Yeah, nobody remembers Bone, but anyway, so I found this on eBay. I think it was like $15 or so. It wasn't very expensive, and I was always curious about this game, or both of these games. A little second. Ever since I was in middle school, you know, they had a computer lab, and we always, like, whenever we were finished our work or whatever, we'd all go on Miniclip or, you know, cool math games, and we'd play tons of stuff. Anyway, so I'd always see ads for this, but you'd have to buy it online, like you have to pay for it. So I never knew that they made a physical copy for Out of Boneville. I love Bone. I have the entire series, the original series, on my shelf over there. Yeah, Bone is just great, and this game probably sucks. Who knows? I'm curious to try it out for a video here soon. I think I might, I was thinking of doing a one-off because, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe, I don't know if it's full LP material, it could be bad, we don't know, so expect a one-off in the future for this game over on the LP channel. Alright, so we got another eBay purchase, and this one was like 20 bucks. Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Now, I've been a Crash Bandicoot fan ever since the Insane Trilogy came out, so I've always wanted to go back and play the original trilogy, like CTR, all that kind of stuff on the PS1, and also because I don't own a lot of PlayStation games, so yeah, I saw this on eBay, it was like 20 bucks, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get it, and I might have struck a deal with the guy, I don't exactly remember, but yeah, Crash 2 on PS1. So after I bought the first Bone game, I had another one in my wish list, and also, yeah, the Great Cow Race. I think the guy sent me an offer. This was like $30, so it was a little more expensive, but you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that because surprisingly, there's only 2 of these Bone games. So, and now I have physical copies for both of them. So, like I said, expect videos in the future. I don't know. So I was at my local GameStop. I was just messing around, kind of looking through things. I wasn't looking for anything specific, but then, well, it actually took me a while to buy this one, Doom 2016. Now, I already own Doom on PS4, a digital copy, but since I'm a person who does not really care for digital games for like AAA stuff, I was like, okay, physical copy, you know, whatever. I played through a little bit of Doom. I haven't beat it yet, but what I did play, like, it was like the first couple chapters, and it was fun. Like, it was fun smashing through demons and, you know, all this other stuff. So it is definitely worth a video at some point. Maybe I'll do a review, maybe an LP. I'm not entirely sure. We'll figure it out. So yeah, Doom, or Wood. And the other game that was at GameStop was this Batman Arkham VR. This was the only Arkham game up until another release that I didn't own a physical copy for. It was something on my bucket list, but I never actually owned a disc. So it was actually, I remember I was talking to Swifty on the way home, like I was just messaging him, letting him know, like, hey, Batman Arkham VR, how cool is that? And he was like, do you own a VR? I was like, no, not right now. And he was like, man, you should really buy a VR console. I was like, it'd be so cool if you had one. Expect an unboxing in the future. So another eBay purchase. I was kind of on a Crash binge, and this was the only other game from the PlayStation 1 that I didn't have. Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. So I'm really excited to go back to these. And, you know, I had so much fun with the Insane Trilogy, and even though these are PS1 games, and, you know, not the same as the remakes, I'm willing to play through it. I don't know if I'm going to get all the gems and stuff, but I think this game is probably the easiest when it comes to that, so we'll see, I guess. But, yeah, I definitely have plans for Crash, both on the review channel and the LP channel. So whenever we get to Crash Bandicoot, I'm excited, so stay tuned. So I was at my GameStop not too long ago, or actually this was October, I want to say, mid-October, or like late October, whatever. So I was just browsing around, and I was like, you know what, I have a little extra money. Spyro Reignited on Switch. I played Crash on Switch, the Insane Trilogy. I had a great time with those. And I played Spyro Reignited on PS4, so I was always curious about the Switch version in particular. It was one of my games, like, on the list when I first got my Switch back in late 2018, early 2019. So this was another one to just kind of cross off the list, and I'm excited to kind of take Spyro on the go, because Spyro is fun. Who doesn't like Spyro? But hopefully we get another game here soon. So I bought a VR. I bought a VR headset, I bought a PlayStation VR, and there was one game in particular that I kind of wanted to try out as part of just that whole bucket list type thing, and so I found the copy of Iron Man VR. Have not touched this yet. I gotta hook up my VR here soon and you know, get it working. But I can't wait to do videos on Batman, Iron Man, and there's also a couple of Spider-Man games that are VR. Like they're the movie, like they're Homecoming and Far From Home. The Far From Home one, though, is like an open world traversal thing, so that's really exciting to try out. But yeah, Iron Man, fun. Hopefully that new Iron Man game was good. So next up, we got my Black Friday haul, and people are going to be questioning why I bought these, but let's start with the first three. So I was at GameStop. It was the middle of Black Friday week, because apparently it's not just one day, it goes on for a while. So I was at GameStop and I found Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This is actually one of the games that I had bought before, but as I explained in another video, I had to return them to kind of, you know, get some money back so that I would survive until I got my next job. So I saw it on the shelf. It was slightly discounted. I think it came up to like $70. Like I think it was like 10, maybe 20% off. I forget, but yeah, I was just like, you know what? I like Kirby. I haven't really played any other Kirby games, but this I think is going to be a good start. So Kirby on Switch, fun. Next up on my Black Friday haul, The Last of Us Part 2. This was another one that I bought you know, before I got fired, so I saw it. It wasn't discounted, but I knew that I was reviewing the first Last of Us game, and I wanted to kind of have a copy of Last of Us 2 for the video. So, you know what really pissed me off though is that after I bought this, an hour later, Swifty sends me the trailer for Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which was revealed, and I got so angry, and I literally told him, it's just like, I literally just bought the PS4 version. Son of a bitch. So we were at my local mall. We went over and we were just messing around, going to a couple stores, whatever. And the last game I picked up was this. It was the last game that I had bought prior to. Well, actually, no. This is one I got for my birthday. Me and my friend went out. And we, had all day on the town. We went for food. We went for drinks, and I saw this for like $30, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. And then I returned it shortly afterwards, so that was a bit upsetting. But this kind of thing happens. So. But now I have it again, and I'm actually kind of interested to play this. I heard good things about it. I didn't hear enough about it, though. And, yeah, my Pac-Man library is, like, Pac-Man Championship Edition 1 and 2, and, like, that's it. I think I have another Pac-Man game over there. I think it's Championship 2 for PS4, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But, yeah, more Pac-Man. That's fun. So it was a couple days later, we went to another mall that is like maybe 15 minutes away from where I live, and they had this record store where you could buy movies there, and well, we got Transformers: Dark of the Moon, and then we also have The Last Night, and so the only reason I have these were to complete, quote unquote, well, I have the first two Michael Bay Transformers, and these are movies that I'm probably going to review at some point anyway, so I was just like, you know what the hell, let's get two of them, and it was like two for, I didn't spend $15 each on these. That's what they say on the tag. It was like two for 20 or something like that. I forget. But yeah, Transformers. Yay. So at that same mall, you're just browsing around. They had a used game store there, and there wasn't a whole lot that was like, it didn't catch my eye at first, and then this happened. Thor: God of Thunder for the Wii. So I already have the 360 version, and it's in one of those like GameStop like we didn't have the original case, so we're just gonna give you this one. And I'm always curious about games like movie license games or something like that getting ported to consoles that can't handle the HD experience. And I know that this game is kind of like in that similar vein, where it's a beat 'em up, but it's a little different. So we'll check this out for a playlist in the future or so. Man, he's so pretty. So the last of my Black Friday spending was the only Transformers movie I didn't have. Age of Extinction. So now I finally have all of the Michael Bay Transformers movies all together. They're one big messed up racist family, so I guess that's cool. You got Marky Mark here looking like a dick, but so I was roaming around eBay and Amazon looking for games on the cheap, and I found this one, and this was another game that I've always wanted to try out eventually. It's The Punisher for the Xbox, the original Xbox. So yeah, ever since I saw this on Two Best Friends Play, this was always one of those games I wanted to try out for myself, and I'm actually kind of excited, and I might get into this soon. But yeah, it's definitely one of those, it's going to be a review at some point, so stay tuned for whenever I review The Punisher. I know this is a good game, so this should be a fun one to go through. So another game that I found, somebody was selling it at a very discounted price. This was on Amazon actually, and I guess nobody really wanted this game, but Super Pets, the Adventures of Crypto and Ace. This is one of those games that I have a plan to review both this and the Punisher together. So, like just after Punisher, or we'll do this first and then Punisher. I think it'd be fun to kind of, do a juxtaposition where you got something as dark as the fucking Punisher, and then you got something cute like this coming afterwards. It's weird, but I still haven't watched the movie. However, I still haven't watched Super Pets. I heard it's good. Maybe it's just my disdain for Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart together. I don't know. So I forgot there was one last Black Friday thing. Halo Infinite. So, yeah. This was $25. They weren't selling this for $80. They were selling it for $25. Maybe I overpaid. Maybe I got a pretty sweet deal. I'm just gonna go with, it was pretty sweet. Like, it was a pretty good deal. I have all the mainline Halo games up until this point. 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, 4, and 5. So this may be part of a Halo marathon. I'm not entirely sure. So, also I realized that I didn't have, like, I've been buying Xbox games, but those were for Xbox One. So this is technically my first actual Series X purchase. Fitting? Not fitting? I don't know. So I had this in a previous pickups video, but when I got my Vita back in 2021, I was buying games. I bought Blackgate, I bought Mortal Kombat, I bought Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I also bought Injustice. Now the thing was, when I bought Injustice, it didn't come with the case. It was just the card by itself. And for the longest time, I was trying to find a case for this. Thankfully, there was somebody on eBay selling just the case for Injustice, and I didn't have to pay that much. I think it was like maybe $7. It wasn't a lot, but so yeah. Now my copy of Injustice has a home, so it's not just stuck in my Vita the whole time. So the next one I have is pretty cool. Now I know what you're all thinking, and you're right. It's a bad movie, but I'm just gonna take the sleeve off real quick because I need to show you what's underneath that. So let's just put that there. Look at that. Look at this shit. I got this off of Godzilla Mendoza's eBay page. He's been selling, action figures, games, whatever he can scramble up, and he was having a Black Friday promotion, and I didn't want to go for something that was like $200, and plus shipping from him to me, it was like an extra $20. So I went for the cheapest thing I could possibly find, and it was this copy of The Killing Joke. And I asked him, is like, could you please sign it? Could you please sign it for me? And he was like, yeah, sure, like no problem. So he asked me, it's like, what do you want your name as? And I was just like, just put like my first name and my channel name. So yeah. To Marvel DC fan, Xavier Marvel DC fan, have a good day. By the way, nice name, Xavier. That's so sweet. I am super appreciative. I'm going to put his eBay page down in the description below. So take a gander, buy something from him, support him. He's awesome. He's just the best. So the next one, Arkham Trilogy. Of course I was gonna buy this, like, day one. There, like, was no way in hell that I was missing out on Batman on the Switch. And I did have a really good time with the games. I played, so far I've gone through all of Arkham Asylum. I collected all the Riddler trophies. I did a little bit of Arkham City, maybe like a few hours. I still haven't beaten that. And then I also did a little bit of Arkham Knight, just because I wanted to see how much of a broken mess it was, or how the Switch could handle it. So the funny thing though is that I accidentally bought 2 copies of the game. I bought one in October, I think it was, from GameStop. I ordered it from GameStop, and the other one, this was just my copy from Amazon. So the other copy I sent off to Swifty as a Christmas present, and he really liked it. He was really appreciative. I sent him a little letter, and you know, we're doing something super nice. So hopefully he'll get a Switch one day, and you know, we can take Batman on the streets and look like total assholes playing our Switches. So this one was just on Amazon. This was for, like, they were having a sale, and I guess this was just a part of it. Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Yeah, this is, let's see, we have the first movie, Nightmares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have Nightmares 1 through 6, and then also Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And there's a bonus disc on, like, 3 hours of special features and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's 2 episodes from Freddy's Nightmares, the TV series, and then there's also a whole bunch of other, like, smattering of stuff. I've been a Freddy Krueger fan since I was a kid. You know, I kind of had a horror thing when I was like 7 years old. Even though I was scared to watch horror movies, there was something about the icons themselves that kind of drew me in. And even though I'm more of a Jason guy, I still, you know, hold Freddy in such high regard. So this is an awesome set. If you're interested in the Nightmare series, this is definitely the way to go. And, yeah. Fucking Freddy's awesome. Who doesn't love Freddy Krueger? Not including the remake. Let's not talk about that. So the next few items, we were going around Christmas shopping, and we just kind of stumbled upon a couple places. We were looking for a teacup set for friends, and we went to the Goodwill, and we went to another store, Value Village. So the first bunch is from Value Village. First up is Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. This is basically both Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 kind of put together, and many people say this is just a much better game in general, so a lot more content, a lot more just kind of overall stuff. The only thing, they had more games there. They had Lego Star Wars 3, which I didn't get, but maybe I'll go back for it. And yeah, I love Lego Star Wars. In a previous video, I bought the first 2 games, so this is definitely something that we'll review at a later date. Yeah, Lego Star Wars. How cool. The next 2 were from Value Village as well. They are Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3. I bought, I think for another pickups, I bought the first Gears of War. So I guess it's like I said, it's another one of those series that I was kind of curious for the longest time. So I can't wait to go through the whole trilogy, experience the epic games of Gears of War made by Epic Games. For those that don't remember or just not aware. Look, literally, it says Epic Games right there. They made this. And the last game from Value Village that I found was or no, I think, no, this was from Goodwill. The next 3 were from Goodwill, so. Resident Evil 5. Yeah, have not touched Resident Evil yet. This is technically my first Resident Evil game, and this is one that I kind of remember seeing when it was new, and so it was one of those things where I was gonna try it out eventually, and for me though, I think I'm gonna go back to the first, like I'm gonna go chronologically as opposed to just playing Resident Evil 5 first, or maybe I'll just do Resident Evil 4, because a lot of people got started with Resident Evil 4, and yeah. Alright, next from Goodwill. Catwoman. This is a movie that I've watched tons of times over the years, mainly just for laughs and shit posts and whatever. But I never actually, like, those were on TV when I watched them, and I never owned Catwoman. So now we have Catwoman. Yeah, this is the widescreen edition. It's not the full screen, it's the widescreen. And there's probably not even that much of a difference, really. Okay, last one for the Goodwill pile. Left 4 Dead. This was a game, or I think this was the second game that me and a friend played a few times. He'd bring his copy over and, you know, we just shoot zombies to oblivion. So I've never actually gone through Left 4 Dead itself. It never piqued my interest till recently, so but I'm actually super curious to try these games out. I know there's that spiritual successor that came out, Back 4 Blood, so people have a kind of cult, or they have a fondness for this series, so I think it's worth trying out at the least. So before we end the video, I'm gonna go over some Christmas items, some presents I got from people, and I can't wait to show what I have, because there's some really cool stuff. So we're just gonna cut, or maybe transition. We'll find out. Anyway, all right, we're back, and I threw on the Christmas sweater. I thought it'd be appropriate. And for those saying, it's not Christmas time, to shut the fuck up, it's my video. But first thing to note, new headphones. These things are really cool. I haven't really messed around with these yet, and but they're really nice. And the other ones I had were starting to not work anymore. So I think for videos going forward, or if I just have friends over, you know, we can all kind of play together with the headsets. And I can't wait to actually try these out, and hopefully they're good. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I like these a lot. Moving on. So next up, we got a blue snowball. So I've been wanting to get another mic. This was just something that was on the Christmas list. I wasn't sure anybody was going to actually get it. But I had it on my Amazon wish list, and because I hate moving my Blue Yeti around, like whenever I'm doing stuff on the LP channel or whatever, I hate moving it around. So I was just like, you know what, at some point I'm gonna get another mic. But somebody already got it for me for Christmas, and these mics are pretty good for like a starting microphone. And it's good when you have, like, say like you're in a group of people and you're not worried about using headsets or whatever, so it picks up your voice, and yeah, it's super nice. I did have a snowball before. It was white, and for years I used that as my microphone. And then tragedy struck when I accidentally broke the stand for that last one, so I couldn't use the legs anymore. But I'm really excited to try this out for for some LPs and stuff that we're doing in the future. So that'll be fun. So we got a game. It's Cuphead. I love Cuphead. Yeah, I tried, like, it was, I think my sister got me this one. I was just sending her ideas, and I wasn't trying to go super expensive or anything. So this one, it was like $25-$30. And Cuphead's really fun. It's a really good game. Up until now, like, I haven't played the Switch version yet. But I'm really excited to play it because of the DLC that's included on the cart. So, but this actually is a really cool set here. Like, it comes with not just the game and the DLC, but it also comes with like a Cuphead membership card and also these nice little cards. These funnies are really sweet. And so I guess if you're gonna get Cuphead on a card, Switch version is not a bad way to go. Next up, Scott Pilgrim. This was a movie that I've seen countless times over and over again, and well, for the longest time I just never bought it. So when I put it on my wish list, I just had the regular Blu-ray edition, but then I was totally shocked when I saw that this was a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, and this is actually the first 4K Ultra Blu-ray that I have, so there's a couple more that I want to buy in the future, but those are for another time. But yeah, this set's cool. I love Scott Pilgrim, and I haven't watched the show yet on Netflix, so I really need to get around to that. Justice League Unlimited, the complete series. This is just the other 2-3 I forget, but yeah. So Justice League is awesome. I have the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray, so one of these days here soon I'm just gonna do a whole big DCAU marathon of stuff. And so next up we got Invincible. I am a big fan of the Amazon series. I'm all caught up. I can't wait till it comes back in March. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I always, like, after I watch the show, people were talking about how great the comic book series is. So it was one of those cases where it was just like, you know, I love to read graphic novels. I love to read comic books. So this was one of those series that I wanted to get into. And it's just the first volume, and I think it's only like the first few issues, so that'll be fun to pick up and read here soon. I haven't touched it yet, but one of these days soon I'm gonna take some time and read a little bit of Invincible, and hopefully buy more volumes and, you know, collect more Invincible. Sweet. So I got one last thing to show you, and well, I'm just gonna go put it on. Is this not the coolest thing you have ever seen? Look at this. This is a face shell. This is a Raimi face shell with, you know, the mask and the lenses and all that stuff. The webs are all urethane, and this was probably one of the coolest presents I've ever gotten for Christmas. And this was all thanks to my sweet, sweet mother. I found it on Amazon. I'm just like, I'll buy it one day, but, you know, not for Christmas or anything. And then she asked me, she's like, can you come up with a few more ideas? And I was just like, well, how about this? And she went along with it somehow. But yeah, the lenses are detachable, and this is like snug tight to my head. And I love this thing. Literally all of December, like after I got it, I was just kind of wearing it around the room while I was editing videos, or, you know, such and such. But you know, props to her for for getting this. I was super happy when I got it. This is great. I love this thing. So yeah, everybody, that is it for the video. Yeah, I got a giant haul of stuff, and in the comments down below, let me know what you think of some certain items or whatever. That mask is so tight that it made an indent in my goddamn beard. So, whatever. Anyway, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, take care of yourselves. See ya.